Hi everyone, Borutonegz is back with another video. Today, I'll cover another debate that is still going on after years in the Naruto community. MS Sasuke versus Sage Mode Naruto. Who would have won if the two of them fought against each other? Let's see. Without wasting any more time, let's start off the video by scaling Sage Mode Naruto first. In chapter 430 of the Naruto manga, after Pain blew up the village with the chaotic Shinra Tensei, Naruto got summoned in what remained of it and finally met Pain. Tsunade tried to stand in Pain's way since she was angry at him for having destroyed the village. However, Pain was about to end her off with the Asura path until Naruto came in clutch, blitzed the path and one-shotted it with a Rasengan. Tsunade looked at Naruto and saw Jiraiya and Minato in him. Gamabunta asked Fukasaku if Naruto reminded him of the two, Jiraiya and Minato, and Fukasaku answered, indeed, plus in his mind, Fukasaku thought that Naruto had surpassed both of them at that point. Pain started to get the paths in formation and in front of him, since he couldn't use the repelling abilities of the Deva path for some time after having used the catastrophic Shinra Tensei. The real fight started. Naruto could easily catch the Rhino summoning and throw it up in the air. With the assistance of Ma and Pa, Naruto was even able to one-shot the Taurus and the dog summoning with two Odama Rasengan. Naruto rushed at the Predator path, and even if his vision was linked with the other paths, Naruto was able to hit and one-shot him, thanks to the Frog Kumite. Naruto charged and threw his new mastered Raisen's Hurricane at the Pain paths. All the paths were able to dodge it in the nick of time, except for the animal path, who needed to be saved by the human one, who died instead of it. Naruto went for the animal path, and with the help of Ma, Pa, and Gamabunta, he was able to trap and kill it with a Rasengan barrage. Naruto's Sage Mode ran out, so Tendo decided to go after him. However, Naruto could still keep up with him in Taijutsu, even if he was just in base. Fukasaku grabbed the scroll and started to summon another Naruto clone from Mount Myoboku. The moment Naruto got his Sage Mode back, he was able to shatter one of Tendo's Black Rod and throw him away with a kick. After the Predator path got back up and shielded Pain from Naruto's Raisen's Hurricane, Naruto noticed that there was a path able to bring the destroyed corpses back to life, the Naraka path. So Naruto decided to go for the Naraka path, and by outsmarting Pain, he was able to get behind the Predator and Diva path and successfully destroy the Naraka path. With all the remaining paths down, Naruto tried to go for the kill against the Diva one. However, its powers returned some moments before, and with the Shinra Tensei, he was able to throw Naruto away. From this moment onwards, the Diva path was at full power, so this time Naruto was fighting him at 100%. The frogs rushed at Pain trying to hit him. However, Pain sent them flying with the Shinra Tensei. Pain said Naruto was strong. He even stated that this was the farthest Pain has ever been pushed. Then, he used his Banso Tenon to grab Naruto and capture him. Pain went on saying, "Don't worry, I won't kill you," and Naruto responded with, "I'm in Sage Mode, you idiot." Pain then replied, "Senjutsu, such a bother," implying that what Naruto said was true. His durability was too great for Pain to do any significant damage to him, and Pain indirectly confirmed that too. Naruto was blocked in the Predator path's arms, and Pain could have done anything to him. However, he opted to drain his chakra off, meaning that he couldn't damage him for real. The Predator path was draining Naruto off of his chakra. However, Naruto came up with a 200 IQ plan. He started to absorb more Sage energy since he was standing still, and the Predator path got overloaded with energy that he couldn't control, so he became a frog. Naruto was in base at that point. Ma and Pa were ready to use the frog song. However, Pain used the Bancho Tenon on Fukasaku, and he stabbed him with a Rinnegan rod. Pain used the situation at its advantage. He threw the dead body of Fukasaku at Naruto, who still was just in base, and thanks to that, Pain was able to pin him down and capture him. What happened after that is kinda irrelevant to the Sage Naruto scaling, but let's do a small recap. Hinata fought Pain and almost died in order to protect Naruto. Naruto thought that Pain killed Hinata, so he had a rage moment, and he transformed into his Six Tails version 2 form. This Naruto and Pain started to clash, and Naruto in this form was overpowering him. So Pain decided to use its trump card, the Chibaka Tensei. Even while in Six Tails version 2, Naruto couldn't break free from it, and he started to get sealed under the rocks. Naruto then went Eight Tails version 2, but it still wasn't enough to completely break free from Pain's Chibaka Tensei. Naruto was about to open the seal and let Kurama free. However, thanks to the chakra that Minato sealed in his mind 16 years ago, he was able to stop him. This part is crucial for the following points, so we will not skip it. While he was explaining to Naruto why he sealed half of Kurama inside him, Minato, who watched Sage Mode Naruto fighting against Pain, thought that Naruto would have needed to master Kurama's chakra to even hope of defeating Obito. That means for Minato, the Kyuubi chakra mode, which then Naruto unlocked and mastered, was exponentially stronger than the Frog Sage mode. And that wasn't just a thought from Minato's part. Later in the story, while in KCM1, Naruto outright stated to be a lot stronger than when he fought Pain, than when he was in Sage mode. Minato then reconstructed the seal, and with all of his doubts erased, Naruto came back out of the Chibaka Tensei already in Sage mode. Nagato's body was in bad health conditions, so the Chibaka Tensei started to crumble alone. Naruto wanted to find the real Pain body, so he continued to fight against the Diva path, and once again, Naruto, while in Sage mode, has proved that he was physically stronger and slightly faster than Pain. Naruto was able to reverse track Nagato's body thanks to the Sage mode. Then, he started to prepare his final attack. Naruto wanted to grab Pain with two doppelganger. He left and transformed as stones before. However, Pain one-tapped them and dodged the Raisin's Hurricane at the last second. Even if he was just in base, Naruto already planned his next move. All the rubble around Tendo was composed of Naruto's shadow clones, ready to attack Pain. Naruto was blown away by the Shinra Tensei. However, by using his clones as a backup, he was able to stop himself, create a Rasengan, and ultimately hit and defeat Pain before he could use the Shinra Tensei once again. So, in the end, we learned some interesting things by looking at this fight. 1. Pain wasn't nerfed physically, but he was nerfed in terms of his jutsu usage. His repelling abilities were the things that he was nerfed in during the first half of the fight. 2. Sage Naruto was stronger and slightly faster than him. Yes, if Pain started the fight with Tendo's repelling abilities already up, or he used the Chibaka Tensei on Sage Naruto, he would have won regardless. But that's not the point. Strength and speed are the things we must look up for in this Sage Mode Naruto versus MS Sasuke matchup. 3. The Kyuubi Chakra mode is a way greater amp than the Frog Sage mode, and that's crucial. Remember that. We ended the Sage Mode Naruto part of the video for now. Let's see how strong our boy Sasuke was during the 5 Kage Summit. For starters, people love to downplay this version of Sasuke just because Zetsu said that he thought MS Sasuke was probably weaker than Sage Mode Naruto. But using that statement is so stupid. Let's see why. Zetsu saying that Naruto is probably stronger than Sasuke is just an opinionated claim. I can say that an athlete is better than another if they are around the same level, but at the end of the day, that would just be my opinion, nothing more. Zetsu didn't even know how strong that initial MS Sasuke was, since the last fight of him that he saw was the one against Itachi, meaning that Zetsu only knew how strong Sasuke was in his Curse Mark version 2 form, and he thought that Sage Mode Naruto was probably stronger than that Sasuke version. Anyways, that's the proof that Zetsu didn't see the Sasuke fight against Killer Bee, and he didn't know about his Mangekyo powers yet. After the fight against Killer Bee, where Sasuke awakened the Amaterasu and the flame control, he let his body recover from the previous fights, and when he was at 100%, he thought that with his new powers, he could have taken down Konoha. Sasuke was indirectly saying, now that I recovered from the previous fights, and I have this evolved Sharingan, I'm stronger than when I was in Curse Mark version 2, the form that got compared to Sage Mode Naruto by Zetsu. The most stupid thing about the Zetsu statement is that Zetsu made it before the 5 Kage Summit even started, so you can't really use that statement since it refers to a baby MS Sasuke only, whom Zetsu had no knowledge about. We are done with the Zetsu stuff. Now, let's see how strong Sasuke was in the 5 Kage Summit and how strong he became during it. After Sasuke discovered Danzo's position and Zetsu exposed Sasuke's location, Sasuke got an hatred amp. After getting this hatred amp, which he will get more and more of them during this arc, Karen thought that Sasuke's chakra was thicker and colder than when he was in Curse Mark version 2. That's impressive honestly, since Sasuke didn't even have his Mangekyo sharingan up in that scene, but just his regular 3-mo sharingan. That confirms everything I said up until now. A recover MS Sasuke was already stronger than his heavy version, and not by a low margin, since after getting only one hatred amp, he surpassed his curse mark form with just a regular sharingan. Back to the main topic, the Raikage was able to find Sasuke. By the way, I'll skip the Suigetsu and Jugo part of the fight, since it doesn't interest us. Sasuke and I started to rush at each other, and they were moving at the same speed. With the Sharingan precognition, Sasuke was able to dodge the Raikage punch and hit him with the Chidori. Keep in mind, the Raikage was in version 1. With that same Chidori, Sasuke was able to pierce the Raikage lightning armor and make him bleed. However, that wasn't enough to put down Ai. The Raikage grabbed Sasuke and he slammed him onto the ground with the Liger Bomb. That Liger Bomb did no damage to Sasuke though, since he was able to react to that move and shield himself with the Susanoo ribcage before getting slammed. Sasuke got back up with the Mangekyo Sharingan active, so I decided to go all out too, and he went Lightning Cloak version 2. Sasuke used his Amaterasu, but the Raikage was able to evade it. Then, I was able to get near Sasuke, and he was ready to hit him with the lateral bolt of pain. However, before his attack could connect, Sasuke was able to react to the Raikage and shield his Susanoo with black flames. He could even slightly twist his head before getting hit. Even if Sasuke's Susanoo was covered in black flames, I didn't stop, and he hit Sasuke with his bolt of pain, sacrificing one of his arms. Sasuke was able to withstand the Raikage attack. However, he fell onto the ground, and the Raikage was about to kill him with his guillotine drop. This time, Sasuke was able to reconstruct the broken Susanoo parts, shield them with the Amaterasu, and even create spikes made of black flames over them. Gaara intervened with his sand, and he stopped Ai from killing Sasuke and further injuring himself with the Amaterasu. So, in the end, if Gaara didn't step in order to stop the two, I would have lost one arm and one leg. Meanwhile, Sasuke would have died from the guillotine drop impact. Now, let's see Naruto's performance against that same Raikage in order to see how he compares to 5 Kage Summit Sasuke. As you can see, Naruto was in KCM1 here and not in Sage mode. And as we saw before, KCM1 is a way stronger and faster form than Sage mode. And guess what? This KCM1 Naruto tried to get past the Raikage for the beauty of 4 times, but he couldn't do it. The Raikage was too fast for him. Keep in mind that the Raikage was just in version 1 here, and as we saw before, Sasuke did better than Naruto against him with just a 3-mo Sharingan. While Naruto was just trying to get past him, Sasuke actually fought a bloodlusted Ai, outsped him with the Sharingan precognition, and pierced his lightning armor. And I mean, we already saw that, but let's repeat it to make things clear. Sasuke could even react to a version 2 Ai and shield himself with black flames before getting hit. The Raikage almost lost his leg other than his arm too. Killer Bee, who trained Naruto in order to make him master his Kyuubi chakra mode, and knew how strong Naruto was overall, thought that a version 2 Raikage could have killed Naruto if he wanted to. Meanwhile, this is the Raikage hitting Sasuke while bloodlusted and doing only some cracks to his Susanoo ribcage. I know that someone will bring up KCM1 Naruto blitzing the Raikage in version 2. However, that was Naruto after he got a mental amp. He wanted to prove to Ai and everyone else that he wasn't a failure, and Minato and Kushina made the right choice in entrusting everything to him. The initial KCM1 Naruto still got outperformed by the Sasuke that fought against Ai. That means Sasuke at that point was already stronger than Sage Mode Naruto, since he scaled above a stronger version of him. And before anyone says that the Raikage got stronger before the war arc, I'm sorry, but you are wrong. We know that Ai lifted weights regularly for his entire life, so some more months of training would have not made him magically stronger. That's just impossible. Also, the manga never implied that he did some kind of intensive training the months before the war started, so him being exponentially stronger than when he was in the 5 Kage Summit is just pure headcanon. So yeah, the Sasuke who fought the Raikage would already beat Sage Mode Naruto in a fight, since he outscales him in almost every way. I could simply end the video right here, but that's not the peak of strength that Sasuke reached during the 5 Kage Summit arc. After the fight against the Raikage, Sasuke got even stronger. After Gaara understood that Sasuke couldn't be reasoned with anymore, he shed a tear and he attacked him alongside Kankuro, Temari, and Darui. The attacks connected, but after the smoke went away, Sasuke was inside a full skeletal Susanoo without any injury. That's the first hatred amp that Sasuke got after the fight against Ai. As you can see, Karen commented on how Sasuke's chakra got even colder than before. Sasuke then broke the pillars that were holding the ceiling and went in search of Danzo. When Sasuke arrived in the main room, Danzo escaped in the middle of the chaos, so Sasuke had to fight against the Mizukage and Chojuro. I'm going to skip this part since Sasuke didn't get any amp during his fight against them. I will do just a brief summary like I did before after Pain captured Naruto. Sasuke was about to die against the Mizukage since he was tired from his previous fight against Ai. However, Zetsu intervened and saved him. After Zetsu gave Sasuke some chakra, Sasuke had to go up against Oniki, a terrible matchup for him since Oniki was about to turn him into dust. Obito intervened and saved Sasuke. He went on explaining his plan to the Kage, and when he finished, he decided to declare war against the 5 great ninja nations. Then, Obito left the summit and found Danzo. After Karen healed Sasuke, Obito was able to successfully put the two against each other, and their fight, which is important for our scaling, begun. Danzo uncovered his arm and started to rush at Sasuke. Sasuke blocked his punch and grabbed him. Before killing Danzo, Sasuke wanted to know of him, and the elders were really the ones behind the clan massacre. Danzo indirectly stated that it was true, so Sasuke closed his Susanoo hand and squashed him. However, that wasn't the end, since Danzo reappeared right after, behind his back. Danzo tried to break Sasuke's Susanoo with a kunai, but he failed. Sasuke then punched him and he killed him another time. Once again, Danzo didn't die, so Sasuke decided to burn him up with the Amaterasu this time. Not even the Amaterasu worked. Danzo appeared once again behind Sasuke's back, and he pushed him off the bridge with his vacuum bullets. Sasuke summoned his new eagle, and he was ready for the counterattack. Danzo tried to block Sasuke with his vacuum blast, however, Sasuke was able to dodge his attack. The two made contact with each other, but Sasuke had the upper hand since he was able to cut Danzo's arm. Once again, Danzo reappeared without injuries, so Sasuke opted to use a genjutsu this time. Sasuke was able to put Danzo in a genjutsu, in which Itachi was burning him up with the Amaterasu. However, that didn't last long. The curse mark seal that Danzo placed on Sasuke beforehand started to activate. Sasuke couldn't move, and Danzo was going for the kill. That's when Sasuke got another amp. You guessed right, the humanoid Susanoo. And before anyone says that him getting Susanoo evolutions doesn't equate to him getting stronger, you are wrong, read this. The chakra arrows that Sasuke could fire from that Susanoo were so fast that Danzo, who could keep up in speed with Sasuke without Susanoo up, could only stand still and barely react to them. Sasuke fired another chakra arrow. However, Danzo was able to prep his hand signs beforehand, so he didn't die once again. That's the moment of the fight in which Karen and Obito finally understood that Danzo was using the Izanagi for all of this time. Sasuke fired up another chakra arrow at Danzo, and he killed him once again. Danzo had only 5 sharingan left, so he wanted to end everything in the next minute. He summoned his taper, who was inspiring Sasuke towards him, and he was able to break the back of his Susanoo with his vacuum blast barrage. Sasuke counterattacked. He threw a fireball in the mouth of the taper and killed Danzo once again with a punch of his Susanoo. Danzo got back up thanks to the Izanagi. He had 4 eyes left, meaning that he was immortal for another 4 minutes. Sasuke was getting tired and tired. His Susanoo started to regress to the first stage. However, that wasn't enough to stop his assault. Sasuke punched Danzo and he killed him once again. From this moment onwards, Sasuke's goal was to kill Danzo 4 more times in less than a minute, so that Danzo couldn't use the Izanagi anymore, and he would have died in the end. And one more thing, the Susanoo was stated to be faster and stronger than the Uzuhia by Obito. So if the speed and strength gap between MS Sasuke and Sage Mode Naruto was pretty evident, imagine if Sasuke would fight him in his Susanoo. Anyways, let's resume where we left. Sasuke continued his assault. He was able to kill Danzo once more with some shuriken, leaving him with just 2 sharingan left. After that, Danzo and Sasuke both went for the killing blow, and both of them stabbed each other. Danzo was sure of his victory since both of them got stabbed, but he had his last sharingan for the Izanagi active and he could come back to life. However, Sasuke played him good. With a genjutsu, Sasuke made it seem like Danzo had still one sharingan left, when in reality, all the eyes on his arm were already closed. Sasuke recovered his chakra thanks to Karen, but Shizui's ocular powers came back for Danzo too. Danzo dodged Sasuke's Chidori and took Karen as a hostage. He didn't want to use the Kodomatsu Kami on Sasuke, so he tried to make him surrender by using this method. Danzo was sure of his victory this time. However, Sasuke surprised him once again. Instead of surrendering to Danzo, Sasuke pierced both of them with his Chidori and won the fight. Let's do a brief summary of what happened after, since that doesn't matter to our scaling. Danzo tried to run away, and while doing so, old flashbacks of Tobirama choosing Hiruzen as the next Hokage came to his mind. Obito was about to steal Shizui's eye from Danzo, but Danzo was able to activate his reverse tetragram seal and make Sasuke and Obito retreat. Danzo died, but he successfully stopped Obito from taking the Kotomatsu Kami with him. Then you know what happened. Sakura arrived and she tried to kill Sasuke, but she couldn't do it. She was about to get killed right after, but Kakashi arrived and saved her. Sasuke and Kakashi started fighting, but their fight didn't last long. Sasuke shoot a chakra arrow to Kakashi, who had to instantly use the Kamui or else he would have died. This Kakashi was a stronger version of the one who could fight against Pain, and against him, he didn't need to use his Kamui until the very end of the fight. As we saw before, Pain and Sage Mode Naruto were pretty relative in strength and speed. Pain performed worse than MS Sasuke against Kakashi, so Naruto would have performed worse than MS Sasuke too, if he was in Pain's place. Kakashi tried to reason with Sasuke once again, like he did way back in part 1, but it was useless once again. Sasuke got another hatred amp, and his Susanoo further evolved, becoming the armored one. So yeah, after the fight against Ai, Sasuke got the beauty of 3 hatred amps, on top of being already stronger than an initial KCM1 Naruto, who was stronger than when he was in Sage Mode. Oh, and by the way, after Naruto catched up to Sakura and Kakashi and clashed his Rasengan with Sasuke's Chidori, he thought that in order to beat that Sasuke, he needed to master Kurama's chakra before. On the other hand, Sasuke never mentioned the fact that he needed more power to defeat Sage Mode Naruto. The only thing he said is that he wanted the eyes of Itachi in order to crush him with everything he got, and that's it. So yeah, I think that I covered everything important for this matchup. Abilities are overrated. The gap in strength and speed between them is so huge that including them wouldn't make any difference at all. So, to sum everything up, Zetsu thought that Sage Mode Naruto was probably stronger than only Curse Mark version 2 Sasuke. At the beginning of the 5 Kage Summit, a stronger MS Sasuke fought against the Raikage and performed better than an initial KCM1 Naruto against him. After the fight against Ai, Sasuke got his first hatred amp and became even stronger. In the middle of his fight against Danzo, he got his second one and his power increased again. And in his final fight against Kakashi, he got his third and final hatred amp, making him way stronger than his beginning of the Summit version. And last but not least, after his exchange with that Sasuke, Naruto thought that he would have needed to master Kurama's chakra in order to fight against him. So yeah, Sasuke wins this matchup, and it's not close. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you want to see more video analysis like this one, and see you next time. Peace.